everyone, this is Brooke Bracchio from Reinhardt, Lexus in Montgomery. Thanks for joining me on Techie Tip Tuesday. Today on Techie Tip Tuesday, I want to talk about the Lexus Enform App Suite. This is a really neat feature that's found on some of the newer models, the 14s and up. And so I really wanted to go over this because it's got a lot of really neat features that are built into the car, and a lot of people don't even use it because they're not really sure how to make it work. And so today we're going to be talking about how some of the different functions that this has and how to make sure that it's working in your car. In order to get where we are today, you want to make sure that you already have the app downloaded from your Play Store or your App Store. And so you'll type in Lexus Enform App Suite onto your phone, and you download the app, and then you'll make sure that you hit the register or sign up button down at the bottom of the app. And once you're signed in, that's where we're going to get started today. So we'll go ahead and get started about how to make it work in your car and some of the functions that we'll find in the app suite. To get your app suite connected, you'll need to connect your phone via Bluetooth through the car. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're connecting our phone. Once the phone is connected, we'll go to the phone and we'll open up the Lexus Enform App Suite. And you'll want to sign in, so you'll put your information in and click login. And if it doesn't connect automatically as soon as you log in, you'll need to press that little menu button. It looks like a little hot dog button. Then you click options, and then we're going to connect to vehicle. And then it should show a screen that looks like this. And here by our remote touch controller, we're going to hit that menu button. And using our remote touch controller, we're going to scroll over to where it says Lexus App Suite. Now that we're connected by the phone, we can access these linked accounts through the car. For example, destination search is probably one of my favorite parts about this app suite. We have destination search. So when you click on destination search, it opens up a search option where you can search a term, and it gives you a little QWERTY board. And I could search Blackfin. That's a newer restaurant here in Montgomery. You can also use your voice commands too using your voice command button once you get this search menu open, rather than using your QWERTY board. We'll try OK. And there's Blackfin Ameripub, and then I can click that, and it will actually take it to my GPS where I can go to that destination. So that's one of the options that you have there. I could also save that destination, and it would show up in my saved destinations right down there, which is another really neat feature. You can actually search those destinations when you're not connected to your vehicle, and you can actually save those destinations while you're in your phone app suite. And then when you get to the car and you click save destinations, it will actually pull up your saved destinations that you have in there. Once again, you can use those saved destinations to send them straight to your GPS to make it super simple, super easy to get to later on. Another feature that we have is our Pandora radio. Now, if you're not familiar with Pandora, Pandora is a really cool app that you can create radio stations, and then you can like and dislike songs to make them your radio station more like you. It's taking a minute for my Pandora here to connect. So there we are. So these are some of my radio stations. My favorite one that I have on here is Michael Jackson. So I can listen to my Michael Jackson radio. It'll play different. You can type in any person's name or any soundtrack that you like, and it'll create a radio station just for you. So I typed in Michael Jackson here to pull up this radio station, and then I can like and dislike songs. So Pandora is a really fun app. It's probably one of the coolest parts. Those are my two favorite apps, but the other apps are also really cool. I'm going to back out here. Another feature of the app suite is this iHeartRadio. When we pull open iHeartRadio, you can actually create stations like you do in Pandora. However, the difference is you create them based on like a genre rather than choosing a specific name of a person or a specific name of a song. Another thing that you can do, which is the cool part about iHeartRadio to me, is you can listen to live radio no matter where you are in the country. You can search different locations. For example, if you're at the beach and you want to listen to that during the football season, you want to listen to, the Alabama game or the Auburn game, and they don't have it playing on any local radio stations down at the beach, you can search by location, and then you choose your state. Then, of course, you choose your city, and I'm just going to choose, start with Alabama. Then you choose your city, and I'm going to choose Montgomery because I'm more familiar with Montgomery radio stations, obviously, since I live in Montgomery. And say I want to listen to the Alabama game on the radio. I need that little over button right there. And so 95.1 Fox is the local radio station around here that plays the Alabama game. So I could click on that and I could listen to it live, and I can save this as a favorite. So if I don't have to go searching for it again, I can find it in my favorites right on that home page. Or if I wanted to listen to the Auburn game, I'd search for 92.3 and listen to the Auburn game on my radio without even having to be here in Montgomery if I'm out of town. So that's a really neat feature of iHeartRadio. And so you can search near you. So if you're out of town, you don't know any of the radio stations, you can search for local radio stations that may interest you, or you can search by category. So those are some really neat features as far as live radio goes. And then, of course, here are your favorites. So if you've favorited certain radio stations, and you can find them really quickly no matter where you are in the United States. MovieTickets.com is a really awesome app. If you watch the movies, if you go to the movies a lot, you can order movie tickets straight from your car. I don't actually have a login to this particular app, but if you have a login, you can link it through your app suite, and you can sign into there, and you can buy movie tickets straight from your car for nearby movie theaters. Open Table, once again, is really neat, especially if you live in a big city that has a lot of reservation only type restaurants. You can actually set reservations straight from your car. If you're on your way and you need to put your reservation in, you forgot to do it, you can go ahead and throw that in on Open Table. That's what that app is for. Facebook Places is really neat. If you have a Facebook account and you like to check in a lot, you can log your Facebook in, and the only thing you can do here is you can check into certain places. Now, you can't post statuses or scroll through your newsfeed while you're driving down the road, but you can check into different places that you go. If you do that frequently, you can do it straight from your car. Yelp is another app that you can find reviews on, so you can search other points of interest. This is another search feature. You can see the reviews straight in your car. So if you're not really sure about a restaurant and you want to see what kind of reviews they have, you can search them on Yelp right from your car, and it'll give you their most recent reviews. If I hit the more option, sports is where you can search your favorite professional sports teams, and you can save those teams in there so you can keep up with their scores throughout their professional seasons. The stocks option, you can save, once again, you can save up to your favorite 10 stocks, and you can keep up with your stocks straight from your car, and it updates, I believe, every 15 to 30 minutes. Fuel Guide is a really cool feature. You can actually search your closest gas stations, and you can search by the brand name and put them in alphabetical order. You can search by price, and so you can search from the cheapest gas all the way down to the most expensive gas, or vice versa. You can also search by distance, which is what I'm looking at right now, is the closest to the furthest away. So that's really, really, really awesome, especially if you're on a road trip or out of town and you're not really sure where the next gas station is going to be. Slacker Radio is another music app. So if you're familiar with Slacker Radio, it's kind of a mix between iHeartRadio and Pandora. So you can create your radio stations. You can favorite certain songs, so that way you can create a more a more narrow, your favorite music kind of app. And so it's another one of those music apps. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Lexus Enform App Suite. How to get it set up in your car to make sure that it's working, as well as some of the functionalities that you have available to you when you have it running. One of the things that I do want to mention is that it does use your data plan on your phone. That's how the car accesses all of this information. So just be aware of what your data plan is, what it allows, and how much data you're using. Those music apps use a lot more data than the search feature. So just be aware of how much data that you're using on your phone and what your data plan is with your service provider. But this is a really, really neat feature, especially when you're trying to search those points of interest that may not be saved in your navigation system. As I mentioned, Blackfin Ameripub is a newer restaurant here in Montgomery, so it's not necessarily saved in the navigation systems just yet. So that's one of the features, those music features. As I mentioned, Pandora is one of my favorite apps because it does have some of my favorite radio stations on there. I created my own Michael Jackson radio, as I showed you guys, and that's one of my favorite things to listen to in the car. But other than that, I just wanted to make sure that I shared all that information with you, that you know how to use it. If you have questions about your specific model, maybe you're having trouble getting this started, getting it started up in your car, or maybe you just want to go over all of this information again about how it works for you, how to get it linked to how to get all those apps linked into your app suite, please feel free to give me a call here at the dealership at 334-270-0605. Ask for Brooke, and I'd be more than happy to help you with anything that you have in your car, especially with this app suite. It's a really neat feature. I hate for you not to be using it because it is part of your car, and it has a lot of great features that would enhance your driving experience. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you today on Techie Tip Tuesday. Again, my name is Brooke, and I'll see you next week.